Russian volunteer freedom fighters are going to pseudo-elections in Russia. On the night of Tuesday, March the 12th, they crossed the Russian border in armored vehicles. An official statement on the Telegram channel of the Freedom of Russia Legion says that volunteers will fight to ensure that Russians say what they think without fear and can vote for whom they want, not for whom they have to.
He plans to go to their presidency for another term and rule until his death. We will not allow it. We are Russians just like you. We also have the right to express our will, and our will is not to recognize the bloody dictator as president of Russia.
Soldiers from the Freedom of Russia Legion, the Russian Volunteer Corps and the Siberian battalion took part in the operation on the territory of the Belgorod and Kursk regions. Volunteers knew that the leadership of the Federation understands only the language of force, which is why they returned to the territory of the Federation again.
Guys, wave your hand to your dear homeland. Well, you shouldn't vote on those ballots. Let's vote with the caliber 762 and 556 that we have. Join the Siberia battalion.
In addition to small arms, opponents of the Russian regime had armored vehicles, in particular tanks. A representative of the main intelligence directorate of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine, Andriy Yusov, said that the volunteers used captured weapons. Also, according to him, Russian partisans operate autonomously on the territory of Russia as independent units.
It is clear that the Russian Volunteer Corps, the Freedom of Russia Legion and the Siberian Battalion are military units. These are people with an active civil and political position who are deprived of any methods of parliamentary struggle at home. Most of the representatives of the Russian parliamentary opposition have been either physically eliminated like Nemtsov or Navalny, or are behind bars, or emigrated. Putin left a method of armed struggle for his active citizens.
In Russia, they say that all attacks were repelled. Up to 60 soldiers, 3 tanks and an armored personnel carrier were destroyed. No photos or video materials were provided. Also, the Russian authorities note that combat formations did not enter the populated areas of the Belgorod and Kursk regions. However, based on the footage published by freedom fighters, it is Putin's troops who were fleeing the populated areas, leaving behind positions and heavy equipment. Under pressure from the fighters of the Siberian battalion, the military abandoned the command posts on the territory.
The key mission is to demonstrate to the Russian population that armed resistance to the Putin regime is quite possible, and it is real and effective, especially amid the fact that Russian propagandists during the preparation for the presidential elections of Putin said that Russia is a safe country and that everything is safe, well-fed and rich there. Vladislav Seleznyov, expert in military, former spokesperson of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, in a commentary to RBC Ukraine.
Units consisting of Russian citizens and fighting on the side of Ukraine have already repeatedly carried out such raids on the territory of the Federation. They eliminated Putin's soldiers and also maintained control of the territory for some time. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Nikita Skoblikov, UATV News.